It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Texans and the Bucs.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Watson. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, "Hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here." And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Second and 8 coming up.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's got Smith here. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
Really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
From the red zone now, Watson.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. it's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Joe Tryon. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This a 43-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now a play fake. Brady.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Tyreek Hill from last week. There are the numbers. 4 catches, 84 yards.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Second and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady gets this one to Hill. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Watson.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Watson on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Motion man, watch 12.
Shotgun now for Brady. He finds Howard complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Brady. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And a call on a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Houston set to take over. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the 44, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs ready to take over once again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady.
He'll get this off to Swift.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Now Brady. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Matt Ioannidis.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Looking to throw. Brady.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Vita Vea has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Here's Hill on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Just a yard to go here on second down. From the gun, it's Brady. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now the try here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And a nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now it's Watson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Second and 8.
Now Brady. He's got Burton here. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the second quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. On second down now, Monroe.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Right back to him on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Jerry Tillery, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Following the sack, it's now third and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson. Under pressure, they got him again. Vita Vea in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at the 33-yard line. Off play action. Brady. This one into the hands of Burton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Vita Vea racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a give, right side. Monroe. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
On 1st down, Brady.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down. Going for the deep ball, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Brady going to throw.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans.
and it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. A touchdown pass there for Jameis Winston. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Well, that throw by Brady incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Brady now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hampton. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. To throw, it's Brady. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And there Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
They have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Coup for the extra point.
And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Let's go.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd and 1, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Watson on first down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Past the 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go, baby.
And now out comes Houston. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Monroe, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's just looking to keep this thing going. They were down at halftime. Now they've got a cushion on the scoreboard.
Bringing it each and every snap now, and you can tell the confidence has really risen with his unit. I think the halftime had to have done them some good. What they learned, what they gleaned, looking at those tablets, the pictures, and now they're really in sync.
Yeah, whatever they learned and gleaned, nice word, by the way. It's working right now.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing now is Brady. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Brady to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man has got it. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here's Brady. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 and 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. On second down, Monroe. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
The Texans send the punter out. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Burton. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Swift.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. He's got Burton here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Brady now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On play action, now Brady.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Again, it's Brady.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Swift.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Brady. He finds his man complete. That's Hampton.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. On 2nd down now, Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. This one into the hands of Burton. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Brady now to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Chris Godwin
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. All right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Watson.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Watson.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Watson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The Texans on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Desperation time, Watson on 4th down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out in your midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Swift.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Now Brady. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, Swift, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Houston's offense taking over again.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a first down throw, Watson.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Third and 2, Watson. Cooks on the quick slant. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now it's Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Traquan Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on first down. Swift, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Looking here for Smith downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Here's Watson. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for two here. Watson to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually.